I'd like to welcome each and every one of you, and again, as always, as we find ourselves saying at every in-person event that we go to at the moment, how great it is to see people in person and to be able to have those interactions and build those communities and relationships again. But this is a really important day for BSMS and I think for all of our partners who are interested in clinical research and who already collaborate and already work together. But this, I think, takes us to the next step in terms of integration and cooperation around shared objectives. It's really well recognised now that patients who are treated in research-active organisations have better outcomes. And you can argue cause and effect or association, but it's a fact that that is a true association. It's also, I think, increasingly recognised as we hear more and more about how challenging it is to work in NHS settings, that colleagues who are actively involved in research or, in a parallel track, education or leadership, are less likely to burn out, and that research opportunities are a really strong factor in both recruitment and retention in NHS roles. We also recognise that this region has been a cold spot for recruitment to clinical trials and related studies, despite having had a medical school for about almost 20 years now. And this is in contrast to some, but not all, of the new medical schools that were established at the same time as BSMS. So we're sort of in catch-up mode, but I expect us to catch up quickly. We recognised several years ago that this was a problem locally, and that led to the establishment of a joint clinical research office, which has been a real success. And I think the joint clinical research office is the absolutely essential minimum infrastructure on which you can build this kind of health research partnership. So that has been really successful in supporting and streamlining the processes for those wishing to pursue clinical studies, because we can't pretend that it's straightforward or simple to go from an idea for a piece of important clinical work that you want to do to actually sending the manuscript off and having the Lancet or the New England Journal accept it on your first attempt. It's a really, really tricky pathway, isn't it? So the development of an HRP was always the logical next step and has been long planned for. And it's very, very exciting to see it arrive today in terms of this launch. But a lot of work has been done already, and I want to thank Martin Llewellyn and Jackie Castle in particular for the work that they've done, along with many others who've made really substantial contributions. I'd also particularly like to thank, and sadly she's not here because she's been poached by Kings, Tanya Telling, who had a key role both at SPFT and then more recently setting up and running the JCRO. Absolutely pivotal contribution. And I'm sorry that Tanya's not here, but really delighted and excited for her with the opportunity that she's now got. So I'm now going to hand over to Martin, and again, hope you have a really, really constructive and enjoyable day. Thank you.